Welcome to Baz Travels.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Moving further across the East Front Plaza, you're standing in the very spot where the public face of American government meets the eye. This vast open space of granite and marble is designed to accommodate the thousands of citizens who come here daily, yet it never loses its sense of monumental dignity. As you walk, the Great Dome remains your constant companion, rising nearly 300 feet into the air. From this vantage point, you can truly appreciate the intricate detail of the dome's construction. The 36 fluted columns representing the states of the Union at the time of the completion, and the delicate circular windows that allow light to flood into the rotunda far below. The East Front is actually a 20th century addition to the original 19th century building. In the late 1950s, the entire central facade was moved forward 32 feet to provide more interior space and to better support the massive weight of the cast iron dome. As you look at the columns and the pediments, it's almost impossible to tell that this new section was added decades after the wings. The architects used the same white Georgia marble and mirrored the original design so perfectly that the transition is seamless. This facade represents the idea of a living building, one that grows and adapts to meet the needs of the nation it serves. Directly in front of you are the massive bronze Columbus doors. These towering portals, weighing over 20,000 pounds, depict scenes from the life of Christopher Columbus and serve as a ceremonial entrance to the Rotunda. While they are rarely open for the public today, their presence adds a layer of Renaissance-inspired grandeur to the neoclassical architecture. Above the doors, in the central pediment, you can see the allegorical carvings of a Genius of America, where figures representing hope, justice, and America itself sit in silent deliberation. It is a visual manifesto of the country's founding ideals, carved into the very stone of its legislature. As you walk, notice the symmetry of the building. To your right is the Senate wing, and to your left is the House wing. This physical layout is a literal representation of the bicameral legislature, two distinctive bodies that must work together to move the nation forward. The plaza acts as a bridge between them. You'll often see groups of visitors from every corner of the globe taking photos here, their voices creating a multilingual hum that reflects the capital's status as a worldwide symbol of liberty. Even with the security presence and the movement of staffers, there is a profound sense of permanence here. The white marble seems to soak up the history of every debate, every law, and every protest that has occurred on these grounds. As you complete your walk across the plaza and look back at the full expanse of the building, the scale of the American experiment feels tangible. You aren't just looking at a workplace, you're looking at a temple of the people's will. Standing here in the shadow of the dome, you realize that while the faces inside the building change with every election, the architecture stands as a constant, unyielding anchor for the Republic.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.